Alright guys and gals, it's time to preview tables, ladders, and chairs coming up. Hey YouTube, are you ready for your hot tag? Because if you are, it is time, definitely, to warp.
What's man Jackson? You're watching WGS-TV. Oh yeah!
Greetings YouTube! I am the WrestleGamer, WB welcoming you to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. And what I'm going to be doing on this video, guys and gals, I'm going to preview and break down and give you guys my predictions on the advertised matches for tables, ladders, and chairs. The reason why I say advertised matches is because WWE, as of late, has been known to kind of pull a couple of matches out of their asses. You know, and just have like impromptu matches and whatnot. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first matchup we're going to be taking a look at, guys, is the Rusev versus Ryback match. This match, the build to this was just been nothing short but awful. There's really been the only real build that we've seen to it, you know, really was the inception to the storyline when Ryback came out and interrupted Rusev and Lana on Miz TV a couple of weeks ago, and that's been it. There's really not been any much of a situation, not really much of a build into it. So I'm hoping that possibly match performance can save this match. But when you look at the two guys that are in there, Rusev and Ryback, I think the only thing that can really save it, in my personal opinion, is Lana being there. Just so that way we can have something to look at, to be rather honest. Now, as far as my prediction for this one, I really would not be surprised to see Rusev come out on top on this one, since they're really just reuniting and restarting this storyline of the romance, the budding romance of Rusev and Lana. So, and right now I really don't have much stock into the Ryback gimmick. As you guys can probably see me on my glasses, woohoo! I look like an alien. I really don't have that much stock into the Ryback gimmick, to be honest. I think the only thing that really sells is the fact that the crowd is really over on him with the "feed me more" chants, and that's pretty much the only basis of him being there, is his ability to do that with the WWE crowd. Now, I'm not saying the guy's a bad guy. I'm not saying some of his in-ring moves are a little shaky. His mic skills definitely could use some work. I know if the Classic Wrestling manager, Joseph Knight, was on the Skype line right now, he would definitely be all over Ryback, as he normally is. But anyway, officially, my prediction is going to be Rusev for the win. I would think, in part, to Lana. Brooking some sort of interference, whether it be a distraction, grabbing the foot, but you know, any type of interference you would normally see out of a heel valet or a heel manager. Expect to see that coming up on at TLC. But then again, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm not saying that's exactly going to happen, but when you look at the numbers and you've seen all the stats and everything that's happened in the past, and how WWE Creative, and especially Road Dogg Jesse James, who's actually in charge of WWE Creative, as they've really written their storylines, you know, 9 times out of 10, you know, you would see the typical heel valet manager interference. So I expect to see that out of Lana and Rusev versus Ryback, in a sense. Now we look to the Divas Championship, Charlotte versus Paige. This storyline has been everywhere except straight. There have been so many confusing things about this. I mean, the inception of what it looks like to be the heel gimmick of Charlotte. You know, her kind of turning her back on Becky Lynch, in a sense. And the usage of Ric Flair. And again, I've asked this question so many times. Who's heel? who's face. You really can't tell right now. You really can't tell because the way it was originally written is it was supposed to be Charlotte face and Paige heel, and right now it kind of looks like Charlotte heel, Paige heel, and nobody gives a shit. That's the way it looks. That's the way it looks, and that's what aggravates me so much about what Brodog is doing in WWE Creative right now. Basically, he's writing storylines that nobody gives a about. I'm sorry, Road Dogg, you may be one of the best in-ring performers in quite some time, or probably one of the most entertaining tag teams I've ever seen in the New Age Outlaws. But when it comes to writing storylines, you stink. You stink. But anyway, do I see them dropping the title off of Charlotte? No. What I see kind of happening here, and I'm gonna say this matchup's gonna get thrown out due to interference by Becky Lynch. Now, whether it be towards Paige or Charlotte in itself, is really still up in the air because again, there's no real direction as to where they're going with it. There's really no way to tell. But then again, that could be Road Dogg's way of kind of being sly about the storyline. So I may have to rescind my previous statement. So, but officially, I want to say Becky Lynch interferes in the match. The match gets thrown out. Either way, Charlotte retains. Now, when we look at the next match, which is the 8-man elimination tag team match, Team Extreme. But when I'm a little apprehensive calling them Team Extreme, because for years, especially in the late 90s and the early 2000s, when fans want to identify with someone being Team Extreme, it's usually Matt, Jeff, and Lita. You know, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys, and Lita. So that's why I'm a little bit apprehensive. Now, I can understand the phrasing of it, with them being, of course, the ECW and the stuff like that, Extreme Championship Wrestling. Gotta get my liquids. When it comes to that, I could kind of understand the usage of it. But you can kind of understand where I'm coming from when I say that I'm a little bit apprehensive calling them Team Extreme, and for years, Team Extreme was known as Jeff, Matt, and Lita. But they're taking on the Wyatt family, and I think this is just something to give them something to do. Now, elimination style, I think that's the better way to do it instead of just having a single man going through a table. Now, I have no idea if this will be tornado tag style or if it will be traditional, and I want to say it could be leaning towards the traditional sense. Because if it was tornado style, for one thing, it would be chaotic. It might be half worth watching, to be honest. It still is, in my personal opinion, considering who's involved in it. Now, do I see the Wyatt family losing? I don't want them to do it. I don't want them to be the losers on this one, because I really think it would take away a lot from their gimmick. Because they lost at Survivor Series to Undertaker and Kane. And the way the storyline's been coming out, you know, it's usually been like halfway, you know. One week you see the Dudleys getting over on the Wyatts, and the next week you see the Wyatts going over on the Dudleys. So there's, you know, it's really a toss of a coin to kind of say who exactly is going to come out on top. I want to say the Wyatts, because technically I don't think the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino really need to go over on the Wyatt family. I would not be surprised if WWE went that direction, went that route with them, just to kind of stick it to the Wyatt family. And why they would do that, I don't know. But officially, I'm going to say the Wyatt family. Now, will it be a clean sweep, or will it be like a Survivor Series match? And I think that's probably one of the reasons why WWE is doing it like this in this format. They want to kind of give us like another Survivor Series match, considering the Survivor Series elimination match they had back at Survivor Series really wasn't that good. I'm pretty sure I've already got some disagreements from people out there. But anyway, the chairs match for the United States Championship. Alberto Del Rio defending the United States title against Jack Swagger. The whole inception of this storyline was based around the whole Mex America story angle. The whole alliance of Zeb Coulter and Alberto Del Rio, and when they severed that alliance, it kind of left me feeling a little bit suspicious of a swerve of what WWE could do. Now, I know Lance Moss, when we discussed this on the Raw review, I believe it was the previous week, because I don't think we discussed it this week. I think we discussed it last week on the Raw review. Or it might have been this week. I think it might have been this week. I don't have that too good of a memory, and I'm too lazy to go back and look myself. But we kind of referenced that a little bit as to the possibility of a swerve happening in this. And one of the comments he said was, WWE's not that smart. But you know what? With Road Dogg behind the helm of WWE Creative, I would not be surprised to see a swerve happening. Zeb Coulter could, fake pretending. They could have him come out with Jack Swagger and reunite the Real Americans. Gotta have a soda break every now and again, especially since I talk so much. They can have Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger out there reunited as the Real Americans, and then halfway through the match, have Coulter screw Swagger out of the match and out of the title, and therefore reuniting the Mex America storyline, the Mex American angle. So that's definitely a strong possibility as to what WWE could do with that. So for that reason alone, because sometimes when it comes to kind of guessing and predicting where the storyline is going to go, it's been a little bit easy, to be honest. So that's why I'm going to say Alberto Del Rio to retain the United States Championship. Now, the triple threat ladder match for the Tag Team Championship. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one to watch. Definitely going to be a fun one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. The New Day defending the Tag Team Championship against both the Lucha Dragons and the Usos. First reason why this is going to be fun, I am a huge fan of ladder matches. I am a big-time fan of ladder matches. In fact, I used to have both compilation sets of the ladder match DVDs that WWE had. I said I used to because of the whole situation that happened 2 years ago. I will not. I refuse to acknowledge it anymore because I've gone on in my life. But anyway, and think about the three teams that we have in this ladder match. The New Day, which comprises of now I'm not sure which combination we're going to get, but we know we got Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Big E. And then those strap-on things that Rick Head likes to mention quite often, but it kind of leaves me feeling like like an eerie pit in my stomach. We got the Lucha Dragons, Sin Cara and Kalisto, and the Usos. Teams that are known for doing high-flying stuff, which is like really, really entertaining to watch. And I just love watching New Day, because every time I see them, they get more and more entertaining. You find more reasons to love watching the New Day. Now, can the New Day pull their gimmick off as a face? I'm not sure. So this is why I would prefer them to stay heel right now, because they're a tag team that everyone loves to watch and everyone loves to hate. And when you have that gimmick, when you have that ability for people to love to watch you and hate you at the same time, then you're perfect where you are right now as a heel. But when you think about it, as I get a little bit more comfortable here, when you think about the guys that are in this match, like the Sin Cara, Kalisto, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Big E, whatever combination of the New Day we're going to see. Guarantee, guys, this is probably going to be best match of the night. Because these guys are known for being like human highlight reels. Especially Kalisto, who WWE is trying to pass him off as the next Rey Mysterio. Now, can he be the next Rey Mysterio? I'm not sure. But be that as it may, it's really a toss of a coin here again to see who's really going to come out on top on this one. Because of the fact that I'm probably just going to be sit there just enjoying the match. As a lot of people should enjoy the match. But I think the tag titles, if WWE were to drop them, I would like to see them go out into the Lucha Dragons, so that way they can be like the first tag team, be known for being once the NXT Tag Team Champions and the WWE Tag Team Champions, because I don't think they're going to push the Ascension towards that anytime soon, especially with how they're treating them like jokes in WWE right now. So officially, my prediction for the Lucha Dragons to win the championship. But however, on a side note, ladies and gentlemen, I would not be surprised to see the New Day retain. I would not be surprised. Up next, we would have the Intercontinental Championship match between Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose. I think this was one that is stemming from the WWE World Heavyweight Championship tournament, which concluded at the Survivor Series this past month. Again, gotta have my liquids. And hey, it tastes better than regular Coke, I'll tell you that. And that's not a cheap plug either. That's a matter of personal taste. But anyway, back to what we were to Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose. I gotta say, for one of the matches in a gimmick-heavy pay-per-view like TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs, and thank God there are no stairs. That last year was like one of the worst matches I have ever seen. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was Big Show versus Eric Rowan in the first ever, and I'm hoping last ever, stairs match. And that, by God, ladies and gentlemen, was atrocious. And I'm hoping that was the first and last ever instance of a stair match. I'd never want to see a stair match ever again, because that was terrible. So, do I need to make myself clear, folks, about Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens does not need to be a stairs match. Just because we had one last year, which was terrible, does not mean we need another one this year. And I say that wholeheartedly because that's how disgusted I was last year with that stairs match. Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens are far too talented, in my personal opinion, to have to go through an atrocity like a stairs match. The Intercontinental title match does not need to be a stairs match. Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens for the IC title can sell itself. It does not need a gimmick stipulation to the match. It does not need it. Now, would I like to see Dean Ambrose Intercontinental Champion? Of course. I would love to see what he would do with an Intercontinental Championship. But keep in mind, when they put the United States Championship on him when he was a part of the Shield, initially, what did he really do with the United States Championship? He rarely defended it. They rarely had him defending the Intercontinental Championship. So, and did he really do anything? I want to say as much as there are Dean Ambrose fans out there, and I know there are a lot of fans out there, he didn't do much when he was United States Champion. Now, I know that his gimmick, as well as the man himself, have progressed and evolved since then. So I would like to see what he would do as Intercontinental Champion. So officially, but Kevin Owens right now, I think it's too hot a topic right now. I think he's too hot of a guy, too hot of a talent right now. Considering everything that he's done, everything that he's accomplished in his career, and how fast he's been pushed to the main roster. He started in February 2015, guys. Not many guys that start off in NXT end up being on the main roster within the year. Kevin Owens is that good of a talent that he can make it on NXT as champion and then get pushed to the main roster within the year he's in the company. That's how good of a talent he is. And I'm pretty sure the son of a bitch, Andy, would definitely disagree with my statement right there. So, I would like Dean Ambrose to win. I would like for him to win. But I got to go to Kevin Owens to retain. I definitely got to go. The guy's too good of a champion. You know, he's been too good of a talent. Again, that's one of the guys that you love to hate. You know, you love to watch him and you love to hate him at the same time. You know, and that's pretty much what a heel's job is to do. You know, first he's got to get you to hate him, but you also got to love watching him too, especially what he does inside the ring. So, you know, Kevin Owens may enter the Ambrose Asylum, but he is going to kick the place to the ground. So my official pick is Kevin Owens to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Because right now the Intercontinental Championship is good where it is right now. But I would again, I have to remind you, I would like to see Dean Ambrose win. I would like to see him win. Do I think he's going to win? No. I would like to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the TLC match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Sheamus and Roman Reigns. Now, I think before Survivor Series, before the whole Seth Rollins thing happened, where he blew the hell out of his knee, I would peg that nobody would anticipate at the last pay-per-view of 2015 would feature Sheamus and Roman Reigns in a TLC match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But accidents do happen, and I tell that to everybody who proclaims, "Oh, WWE's fake, yeah, no, they don't get really hurt." Go back and watch that video of Seth Rollins screwing up his knee, and I guarantee you'll change your tune like that. With MSX and GCW, I've seen some of these guys working on their movesets, working on what they need to do, and these guys put themselves through misery, put themselves through absolute agony because of the love of the industry, the love to entertain the fans. And I tip my hat off to those guys, especially the guys here in Louisiana. I definitely tip my hat to you guys, because you guys have have made me a part of what you guys do by giving me the opportunity to not only promote you guys on my channel and feature you guys in matches, but giving me the opportunity to live a dream. A lot of people have a dream of being a professional wrestler, especially when they're growing up being a fan like I have. I've always had the dream of being a commentator. I always thought I was a really good talker. And I would suggest a lot of you guys out there who watch my videos would probably feel the exact same way. So, again, that's one of the reasons why I tip my hat to not only anyone who's in the industry, but especially the guys that I really know here in Louisiana, and they know who they are. And, for them to give me the opportunity to fulfill a dream of being a commentator. I don't know how this predictions video stirred off into a tribute to the industry and the promotions we have here in Louisiana, but hey, it's a wrestling channel. Go figure. But, they given me a chance to fulfill a dream. And that's a debt I can possibly never repay them. Never repay them. I know they make a lot of dreams come through for the guys who they train. But for one guy like me who possibly can't train, who's more involved in the backstage production aspect of the industry, getting a chance to fulfill a dream of being a commentator, they've made that dream come true for me. And I feel that that's a debt that I can never repay. So that's why I go out of my way to do what I do, especially here on this channel, to promote them, because we have really great talent in Louisiana. They deserve recognition for it. They really do. Some of them are my best friends. Friends for life. And I have it all thanks to them. I would not be what I am today if it wasn't for them allowing me to fulfill a dream. But anyway, back to the I know that was a little sappy, so I do apologize about that. But looking at Sheamus and Roman Reigns, one of the things that's kind of leaning me towards Sheamus retaining definitely has to be the formation of the League of Nations gimmick. You know, this is a fresh new gimmick, fresh new faction heel gimmick, and I would not be surprised to see interference from them in this match. Now, will there be the members of what the Rick Head would call the Roman Empire coming out? And I would say it would all have to do with how they do in their matches. You know, how well, you know, if the Usos would win or not, you know, if they don't get hurt. And also if Dean Ambrose, wins or not. I think it all depends on what they do in those matches. But again, I can't shake the feeling that the League of Nations will be involved. And in some way, in some form, they will help Sheamus retain the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Well, anyway, guys and gals, that's been my thoughts, my preview, my predictions for TLC. Well, I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on TLC. What do you guys think are going to happen? You know, what are your predictions? What are your picks for TLC 2015? I definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure to put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Very quick announcement. As always, guys and gals, I will have my pay-per-view live reaction commentary hangout tomorrow night during TLC. So if you guys get tired of that boring old commentary from Michael Cole, JBL, and Jerry the King Lawler, which, by the way, as of late hasn't been that good at all, come over to WGS-TV. Come hang out with us. Come chat with us while watching a good pay-per-view. You can also listen to good commentary for that pay-per-view. So be sure you tune into that tomorrow night. And as always, guys and gals, with WGS-TV on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can ask me questions. Links will be provided in the description box below. And as always, guys and gals, I'll have a couple videos in the annotations at the end of this video for you guys to check out as well. So with that being said, I am the Wrestle Blue. Double B on the Blue Drill scene. We'll see you at the next Warp Zone. Messenger of Love. I'm the messenger of love. What? Oh wait, you are not thinking.
I wonder if
first they had what I call the strap-on to their head, and now they have the whole light-up opera sneakers that I used to have when I was a kid.